I'm gonna stand it up.
Chris,
Hey, my brother.
what's going on, brother?
Man, I'm trying to maintain. See if I can get us to go public. You ready to do your thug thizzle?
Ready to roll, ready to rock and roll.
All right. Let me take this thing off private. Oh, go here. Control.
They live on my side.
It says like yeah. Oh shit, maybe it is live. No, I ain't made it live yet. Live streaming.
You got a lot of work going on today, Chris.
Man, I'm tearing down a house as we speak. I'm gonna send you the picture.
Really? Where at?
Back in Hampton, Virginia Beach.
How far is that from you?
Mm, about 3 hours. Washington D.C. is about 3 hours from there. I wish I could get my guy there. He's recording it. I wish I could get my guy to bring it up. We've got the excavator, uh, Eddie, tearing the house down like Pac-Man, dog.
Wow.
It's just crazy, man. Okay, yeah, we're live right now. Yeah, we here, dog.
Okay.
Eddie Raymond. Eddie Raymond. I'm gonna see if I can get that. Man, they showed up, dog. Eddie, they show up. The excavator, man. They back that joint off, man. He gets in and he just starts.
Whoa.
And, he just takes the whole. You torn something down before?
Yeah. So the whole house had to just be demolished?
The whole junk, man. The house,
Wow.
huh?
Why? What was wrong with it?
It was 100 years old, man. We're gonna put a new house on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Y'all completely flatten it out. Just leave the
man.
slab.
Deleted the slab, dog. We deleted the whole
But
slab.
it's more money though. They say like that, just going all the way new construction.
Well, what I have found, brother Eddie, is that these new HGTV people, they really like new construction. You with me?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can bring this thing on Facebook too. Seems like all the new buyers like new construction, Eddie, is what I'm seeing.
Yeah. They're gonna sell quick.
Yeah, we'll be out of there, I hope. Let me see if this is coming up.
Y'all get now on those lots. Okay, when you're doing new construction like that, how do you price those lots?
We probably pay about 30 for
Somebody told me you go off. It's the lot should be no more than a third of the house.
them. That could be.
Just say the house worth 300,000. It should be what's that?
That's 100.
No more than 100 grand.
No, shit, you need to be around 50. Well, see, I'm not a.
It seems like too high.
Yeah, I need to be. If it's worth 300, I need to be around 50. It cost me about 170 to build. So
Yeah,
it
I
goes
got.
like, huh?
Go ahead.
It goes like, you know, we just try to make 40 grand. If I can make 40 grand, I'll be good.
Yeah.
If not, I get close to it. You know how it is, dog. If I gotta liquidate it, I'm out of it.
As long as it's profit, man.
Yeah,
As
basic chunk
long
going.
as it's profit.
All
Now,
right,
when they
let's do
start getting in the red zone, boy, ooh,
this.
you in
Rough, man.
trouble.
This rough. This rough, man. Well, let's do this, man. I don't see any questions yet, but we're gonna start rolling and let's see what comes in. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. So, Chris, how long have you been using private money?
Brother Eddie, thank you for working with me today, brother. I have been using private money since about 2009. I remember my first private lender was a friend of mine, and I just showed him what I was doing, and he mailed me a check. Everything turned out good, and ever since then, it just snowballed into this thing where there's more money out there than we can borrow, you know?
Right. I have people all the time calling me with money, because the banks are not paying anything.
Hmm.
A waste of your money just sitting in there,
That's right.
no interest rate.
Yeah.
Very. I mean, the interest rate is terrible. So it makes a lot of sense to put in some real estate. At least you're gonna get a return back,
Yeah.
a better
And, you know,
return.
better return. A lot of investors, to be honest with you, man, they want a return of their capital. They're not even worried about a return on it. They just want to make sure they're getting it back.
Right.
And the
So,
security with the real estate is the
so what are
security
you?
in real estate. Hmm?
Yeah. Well, what are you seeing so far as like the interest rate? What kind of rates you paying your lenders back?
Good question. Well, things have changed, brother Eddie. Back in '07, '08, '09, when I first got it, and we were paying 12%, 10 to 12%. But now my going rate, I tell my investors we pay anywhere from 7 to 9%, depending on the deal.
Right.
You know, some deals are going to make more money, some deals less, some are thinner than others. We don't want to turn away deals that are good. You know, I try to focus on great deals, but I'll still do a good deal from now and again.
Right. So you would say you use your private money for as fix and flip, or do you use it for buy and hold?
I have not mastered the buy and hold private money yet, but I am on the verge because conventional money is so cheap. It's like 4 to 5%. So I'm working on long term. I haven't mastered that yet, but for the most part, I've used my private money for fix and flips. To answer your question,
Now, for people who don't understand the difference between private money and hard money, can you give us a breakdown of that difference between the hard money lending and private money lending?
yeah, two distinct things. You got. I like to give you an analogy in real estate about a fence. You can be on this fence, and you have to be either one or the other. Hard money, private money. They don't mix. They have
Right.
nothing to do with each other. A lot of people think that they're going to go out there and get hard money, and they think that that's private money, which is just it's not true. So
Right.
hard money is going to be somebody that's in the business, somebody that's loaning money for a profession, or they understand how real estate works. And with hard money, I recommend it for newbies, though, Eddie. I recommend hard money for newbies because it's going to be an institution that is going to give them a second as opinion, a second as opinion. So the newbie won't go out there and screw up all this money, right?
Right.
So the hard money is going to look at what you've got. They're going to charge you points. A point is merely 1% of the loan. They're going to go and they're going to do an appraisal, a valuation on top of your valuation, so you won't go out there and screw up. So hard money is going to say, hey, look, you need to have A, B, C, and D in order so you don't mess this deal up. And typically, if you're new, they're going to require some what we call skin in the game in the business. They're going to require you to have some of your own money in this deal too. For private lenders on the other side of the fence, which they don't mix,
Right.
private lenders typically don't really know too much about real estate. They are an ordinary citizen just like you and I, and they're looking to basically write a check and get a bigger check. They're going to believe in what you're doing, not moreover, not the deal, but they're looking to invest in you because they believe in what you're doing. So private lender doesn't get, they're not going to come in and run the numbers and say, what is your ARV? What's your Mayo? What's your
Right.
construction cost? Dude, they don't care. They want to know, Chris, do you know what the hell you're doing? Do you know what the hell you are doing when I write you this check? Basically, so the private lenders, they're ordinary people. I remember one time I had a tenant, Eddie, get $1 million. A
Wow.
million freaking dollars, man. Her son was in a car accident and they got $1 million. Needless to say, she did move out of my rental property and bought her own house. But I wasn't able to convert her. But you never know when somebody's going to run into money, Eddie. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, you're right. And a lot of people don't know anything to invest in, so they end up spending all the money up.
They spend it up, you're right. And it's just because they don't have a plan. If you're not used to, I remember the richest man in Babylon says, if you want to make money, trust your money with men that are wise in dealing in money.
Yeah,
So,
I love that book. It's a
oh
good book.
man, the monster makes your brain grow, right? Makes your brain just
Oh, it
stimulates
is.
your brain.
I'm reading a good one now called The Science of the Mind.
The science of the mind. What's that one about?
Ernest Holmes, I think that's his name. Ernest Holmes.
What's that one about?
Man, that book is awesome, man. It show you how to use your mind to control everything.
Yeah, it's weird how
It's a
we're the
must
only.
read.
It's weird how we're the only species that we get to control our circumstances as opposed to being a victim of it. Like every other animal has to kind of live in their environment, where we
Right.
get to like create our own environment. It's so cool. We get to literally kind of shape our
Right.
environment. Isn't that cool?
But a lot of people don't understand it. And so that's real powerful.
It's a big one.
Wicked. Yeah.
And private money is a prime example of that, Eddie. I didn't before I knew what private money was. I'm out here knocking on the door of the banks, begging them, trying to get turning in my FICO score, my credit report, my profit and loss statements, turning in my tax returns, filling out applications, sucking up to the banks, begging them to give me the money to buy my next house.
And
That was, huh?
that's a lot of work too. They put you through a lot, then say no.
And
They
then they
want
might not,
everything. They want
huh?
your blood. They want to check your blood, your DNA, everything for that money,
Yep,
man.
you
When
damn
it's
right.
so easy, when the people just sitting on money, waiting to lend it out to guys like me and you who know what to do with it.
That's right. That's right. So I
I
think
had
the
one
hmm?
of my private lenders called yesterday. She said, "Eddie, I got like $250,000. I need to move it. I don't want to keep sitting in the bank."
Yeah, unemployed money for a person that has capital is your worst nightmare.
Right.
Unemployed money. Unemployed money. That's going to be money that is not getting a return. It's not going out there and bringing in some friends. My mentor, Lonnie Scruggs, used to say, Chris, every dollar you can get out there working for you, you need to turn them into an employee.
Yeah. I like I think Grant Cardone. He said yep, that money need to have babies.
Yep,
And money need to have babies, need to bring some babies back.
that's right. That's right. So let me make sure I got us on live here, see who's watching. Any questions? Troy. Hey, Troy. Hey, guys, any questions? Make sure you just type them in there, and we're going to knock them out at the end of this presentation. Go ahead, Eddie.
So give me an example now, Chris, of a deal that you're doing right now with a private money.
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, today we're tearing down a house. Wish I could get the picture. I don't have the picture of it. We're tearing down a house. We've got one lender that's going to be doing 100,000. Well, no, I take that back. One guy's going to be putting in 75, and then we've got a second that'll be at 35. So that'll be 105. And then I'll put some of my cash into it to make the deal work. So we got about 100 on the new construction is 150, and I'm going to be using about 110 of private money. So we have a first and a second on this property that we're doing, and we're paying, I think it's 8% APR. We pay 8% APR to these lenders, and APR is nothing but annual percentage rate. Annual percentage rate, just like you would pay to your credit card company.
That's good money. So you got two private lenders.
Yeah, well, on this particular one.
So at a first and a second. So
Mhm.
that's good to know because I know a lot of people want to know, can I bring in another lender if I don't have enough money?
Yeah, I don't see if you know what the hell my motto, my philosophy, Eddie, is the money chases the plan. The money chases the plan. If your plan screwed up, you can't make it work.
Right.
It's not going to work. So if you got an airtight plan, and another philosophy is, listen, I don't care what amount of money I personally make. Capital preservation is key. Capital preservation is, it's paramount. I need to make
Right.
sure that I pay back my investors before I make a penny. So as long
Right.
as my investors make their money back, and that's what I told myself years ago before I got into the private lending business. I said, listen, if I could just get people to believe in me and loan me their money, I'm going to treat their money with the utmost respect. I want to treat it better than my own money because I know this is their livelihoods. So the
Right.
better I treat them, it just
More
kind of,
money you get.
it's
And they tell
crazy.
their friends that they bring in more money.
It's
That's
great.
what I tell people. Yeah.
It's so cool, Eddie. It's like you treat them with the utmost respect and you give them a nice return. I remember one time I didn't use a lady's money for a few months. She called me up. She was mad. She wanted
No,
to know.
she will. They want that return. Because you got to think again, the average person is not really investing their money into anything that's really paying returns.
Hmm.
Like real estate, we can afford to pay them pretty good returns, especially with this market being as good as it is.
Oh man, U.S. economy is booming, dog. It's
Yeah.
booming. But yeah, first and a second, I don't mind as long as you have. Getting back to the money chases the plan. I'm a firm believer. If your plan is straight, you can put a first on top of it. I've even had thirds. Some guys kind of get squeamish on them, but I don't have any problem with the first. And if we want to, at the end, we can get into fractionalized deeds of trust, where we break them. We break the first mortgage into different pieces of the pie, if you will. A fractionalized deed of trust, that where you got one mortgage on it, and you have different lenders with 40% of that mortgage, 30% of that first mortgage, and we can get into that at the end if you want to.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I know a lot of viewers that want to definitely know about that.
Yeah, fractionalization, my brother. You got to know this shit, dude. You got to know it.
You can go into it if you want to.
Maybe we can. Fractionalization. I didn't learn it until I started hanging out with people with money. My boy Chris Small was doing. Let's say you got 100% of it. You want to do a first mortgage as opposed to doing a first and a second. So you got one first mortgage on the property. Say it's 100,000 to make it easy for our presentation today. One lender has 70,000 and the other lender has 30. So what we'll do is we'll create one deed of trust or one mortgage, if you will, in this box. Let's do that. I'm a visual guy. Here's our loan here. We got the box of a loan. Oh, this is what I'm reading, Brother Eddie. Motivational manifesto.
Ooh,
The
boy,
words on, huh?
that's like a good one.
Oh man, the words on this one, dude, is just magnifying my brain, magnetizing my brain. So this is your deed of trust here. So we've got one loan on the property as opposed to two for a 70 and a 30.
Okay.
So we've got one mortgage here. This is our box. I like to put everything in a box if I can. So the first lender has 70%. He's fractionalized at 70%. And the other lender is on this same deed of trust at 30%. So you've got two people on one loan. All right. So they're both beneficiaries of the loan. So you don't have to create any more documents. When you record this lien here, the deed of trust or mortgage, wherever you're at, you're recording this one, and it's right there in the documents who owns what. So you don't have to worry about when you pay it off, the title company or the attorney will cut the 70% of that 100,000 back to lender one, the 30% of that 100,000 back to lender two, and you're done.
So are you doing that on this property you're doing now, or you just have like a first and a second separate?
Yeah, just doing the first and the second. Yeah, because with fractionalization, you got to kind of the lenders it's a little more complicated, but some people refuse to be in second position. So that's
Yeah.
one way that you can solve that. And that is an advanced strategy, brother Eddie. I don't want my viewers going out there and breaking down no fractionalization today.
Yeah, that's a little deep. But I like that one. That's the first time I heard about this fractional. Because I had like deals where I may need a private lender to come in second position,
Mm-hmm.
Really didn't want to come in second position because of course, if anything happened, the first can wipe out the second. They can foreclose and wipe out the second. So you have that problem where some people don't want to take second lien position.
Yeah. Do you have that issue? Well, I don't. To be honest with you, the lenders usually that I deal with, Eddie, they don't even know or care what a first, second, or third position even is.
Yeah, most of them don't.
They just want to know, look, who did I make the check out to? You gonna pay me this percentage money, and I'm gonna get my money back, and I'm gonna go to the bank. I'm gonna be happy.
They love it too. I love to hear them though when they get their money back. They so excited and stuff. They be so excited, man. They can't wait to get their money to you. And a lot of people just think you just have to go kiss these bank butt and these hard money lenders butt to get money. But it's people right around you that have money.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chris, how do you find private lenders? What can you tell the viewers? Good
Yeah,
way for you to find private lenders.
good question, man. I started, to be honest with you, Eddie, I started with my friends and family. And I don't subscribe to that thing, don't do business with friends and family. I just don't subscribe to it. I have had, I'm going to say, 9 out of 10 experiences with my friends and family to be good.
Wow, that's good.
I remember when I was
Pretty
doing
good.
deals, finally, let me tell you what happened. I've been doing deals, obviously, Eddie, forever, like you. My wife, my wife finally saw, well, I mean, she was seeing what I was doing. She finally said, "Well, Chris, here's X amount of money. See what you can do with that." So now my wife is in on it. She has invested with me, and my parents. They finally came in and said, "Hey, listen, we've got this." And I have my friends. I talk to friends, and I don't ask them. I learned from Scott Jelinek. I don't ask people anymore for money. I don't say, "Hey, do you have this?" I do not ask for money. It's weird how the universe is. If you want something, don't ask for it directly. It's kind of like dating. That woman, when you're courting somebody, the females don't want you to just come out and ask for it. You
Yeah.
gotta kind of
Can't be so aggressive.
come on, man. That doesn't work. You gotta be smooth with it. You gotta be smooth with it. So now when I go to people, I just say, "Hey, I got this thing going on." It blows their mind anyway that we're tearing down houses, adding new additions, renovating. We're HGTV every day, just like you.
Yeah.
I just say, "Hey, Mr. Smith, I got this thing here. You know anybody that would has some capital, wants to get 7 to 8% return on some money?" And one or two things going to happen. They're going to say, well, they're going to either vote themselves in, right? You could vote yourself in, or you're going to refer me to somebody else, or they might not know anybody with no money.
Right.
So I don't get rejected, right? I don't get rejected when I ask because I'm not asking them. They don't have to say no to me. They're just saying, "Hey, I don't know nobody."
Yeah, then you give them what I do. I give them like a breakdown of the return. The security of their investment.
Hmm.
It's real estate, so you're gonna always get. You won't lose your money. It's probably the safest investment out there right now.
It can be debated. It can be debated. For you and I, it's like I don't know anything else that's safer. For you and I, obviously,
Right.
everybody has their thing, bro. And like you just said, the question is, which way are they going to win? Are they going to win when you pay them back, or are they going to win when they foreclose in the house and get paid?
Yeah.
Right?
Now I have a colleague of mine. He have a property. It's worth about, I'll say about 100 grand. Worth about 100 grand. They need about 10 to 15 in repairs. He own it free and clear, which means he doesn't have a mortgage on it. But he want to get some private money on the property, fix it up,
Okay.
and pay it back.
All right.
If this was your property, you needed some money to fix it up and pay it back. I mean, well, fix it up, and you want to put a little money in your pocket. How would you do this deal?
Let's say it one more time. I didn't catch. Give me a little bit of. I didn't catch your. I'm a
Question.
little. Yeah.
So let
What?
me break it down. The guy has a house. It's worth about 100 grand. He needs about 10 grand to fix it up.
10 grand to fix it up.
And so he wants to be able to pull some money out, It's free and clear. So he want to be able to get some money from his lender and some money to fix it up, and then pay them back over the long term.
Oh, long term. Okay, okay. Good
Like
question.
on $100,000, how much would you even pull out? Would you ask for your private
So,
money lender? How much would you ask them for?
so where this is house we already own.
Right.
That's a little
Free and
different.
clear. No
Yeah,
more.
yeah. That is. Let's think about that one. Because you're going to pay them back to do the repairs, correct?
Correct.
Over time.
And he wanted to put some money in his pocket. So this said worth 100 grand. He probably wants to pull out about 40,000,
40.
50,000.
Well, that's a little outside of my. Remember, I like to keep everything in the box. I don't get. I try to get involved where the people are going to have their money flowing. Like I'm going to buy the asset, liquidate the asset. I try to stay away from doing deals like that. And I'm not saying this you can't do those, but I want to kind of stay where the asset is locking up their money, and then I'm
Right.
releasing the asset and giving their money back, so I don't have to worry about them. It's a lot of bookkeeping, and I would prefer not to do that one.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you can't do it, Eddie, but I just want to have the money back until I've got a better relationship with them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So as far as the fix and flips go, how many deals would you say you use your private money lender deal? I mean your private money lenders on. Do you use them on every deal you do now?
all of them. Yeah, all of them. I am getting to the point, it's kind of like the plane. You need the most momentum when you're starting to get off. I feel like I have the analogy of I'm right here. I'm not coasting yet, but I like to put some of my money into it, Eddie, merely for the fact that I firmly believe that if you never learn how to use your own money, you never will.
Right.
So it's like I've been watching a lot, getting my Dame Dash, watching my Dame Dash videos, and this guy he uses a lot of his own money. And I found out the more money that I use of my own kind of strengthens that muscle. So I was using 100% other people's money because that's what everybody wants to learn, right? Everybody wants to know, and that's what this,
OPM.
yeah, that's what this training is about. But I use the majority of private money, but I put some of mine in there too. But yeah, I don't have any bank financing right now, Eddie. Zero.
Yeah, me either. It's been a long time. I think when I first got started, I was doing hard money back in '05, say '05, '06,
Okay.
'07 before the market crashed. So I was using hard money, doing rehabs and stuff like that. But once the market crashed, I just got around some more investors. These people, my first private money lender, well, both it was two of them. My first two, they was already investors,
Okay.
so it was so easy to explain to them. It was a like a no brainer to them.
It
Show
was.
them the deal. This the return. This what you're gonna get. Boom. They so happy to write the checks right now.
What are
They
you
still
paying? What are you paying, Eddie, on your private
about the
people?
same, about 8%. That's about the going rate, about 8%.
Yeah. Are they happy with that?
Yeah, they are. You know that hard money is like 15% down here.
How many points?
Um, 5 points, I think. Between 3 and 5 points. The hard
Yeah.
money. And see, that's one good thing too about private money. You don't have any points. I know I don't have any points. I just ask for the money, boom. Show them the deal.
It's over.
So
Yeah, the points is like, man, the people I deal with, I don't even know if they know what a point is. They wouldn't even care. I mean, they don't care about that. It's more of to me, I think it's more about these people have capital. And I wanted to tell you, our mission statement, well, our premise for our training today is there's more money out there than there are good borrowers.
right.
These people have money that's sitting, and even and I'm sure yourself, as you matriculate in your career, you build up capital, and you're like, man, I can't use all this on my own stuff. You have to lend it out and get it working for you.
Right. Some of we do like the little 1 day transactions, 1 day
Trans.
dough, make some money off those.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm doing one right now. Transactional lending. Transactional lending. That is my favorite part of real estate, Eddie.
And for those that don't understand, Chris, what is that?
Transactional lending. I love real estate. There's so many legs, brother, Eddie, to
So
get
man,
paid, dude. There's so many. But you got to know transactional lending. What makes it so appealing is you can make one, two, three, four, $5,000 in a day. Basically, what we're doing, like a wholesaler. Matter of fact, I'm doing a training on that. Eddie, I looked at one this week. I went to see a house. The guy's buying it. I'm giving you an example. A wholesaler in my town is buying a house for 55,000. Beautiful brick rancher. Let's see if I can find the picture. You care if I show you the picture of this thing?
no, no problem.
See if I can find it here. Can you see my screen? Let me see if I can. This is ironic that you brought this one up, Eddie. So home visit. This one I just looked at. Let me bring it up for you. Let me get out of here. I looked at a house this week, 3 days ago. Oh, here, photos. Can you see my screen too, Eddie?
Yes,
All right. There it is. Look at this house, brother. $50,000.
that's nice.
$55,000. That's what we talked about the meeting. Let me see if I can get the video. Anyway, I'm not gonna show you all that, but that's that. It's a brick rancher, Eddie. You can see there. It's got a garage, a three bedroom, new windows. Look at those shingles, brother.
Wow,
Brand new shingles.
like a new roof. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new roof. So anyway, let me get you out of this. Bear with us, guys. So this a wholesaler. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Y'all didn't see that. Here's the house. Sorry about that. This is the house. A wholesaler brought me this house last Wednesday. New roof, new windows, brick rancher, 3 bedroom, 1 car garage, right? Brought me this house. Let's go here. All right. Brought me that house. He's under contract for 55. He's got an end buyer for 80, right? So we got 55. He's got 25,000 profit in it. Now his end buyer is getting a conventional loan. So what he needs to do is close it and then resell it to his end buyer. So he comes to me and he says, "Listen, I need to borrow 55,000 for whatever amount of time, close it out to get his new buyer." This isn't the typical transactional deal. A typical transactional deal where they close it and buy it the same day.
Right.
But this one here, he's going to probably hold it for a few weeks, but he's going to close on it. I'm going to put up the money. We make our money back, and we might make $5,000 or $6,000 in 2 weeks.
Nice
So,
check to
oh
do
man,
nothing. That's a nice check for doing hardly anything. You probably have what about an hour in the deal,
you know what? I mean,
maybe
sometimes
two.
yeah, dog. So sometimes I don't even see them. Long as the money's in there and the end buyer. The good thing about transactional lending is hard to lose because when you put your money out, usually the end buyer's money is all in escrow at the same time.
Right.
So it's virtually no risk in my eyes.
Yeah, I like it. That's an easy transaction
Oh man, transactional lending. When I learned about that, I'm like, dude, you can make $1,000 in a day. Sign
in
me up.
like a couple of minutes.
A couple minutes. And you know what? You don't even have to have the money, Eddie. I mean, it's good to have it, but you can just be the person that brokered the deal, bringing the lender into the borrower, and you can get a point for that too.
Right.
For our viewers that doesn't have 40, 50,000 laying around.
Yeah, just bring in a private lender.
There you
You
go.
get
There you
you get
go.
a certain percentage because that's what I do on mine. I bring in my private lenders and transactions. We fund them like that. And one day
Okay.
flows.
So you're just the middleman.
Right.
You probably making, we won't get into it, but you're doing well on that.
Right. And I mean, like you have maybe 20, 30 minutes in the deal, you just making sure the lawyer got what he got, the end buyer got his money wired in, the private money got their money to the attorney. That's it.
Yeah.
She'll be working 40 hours a week at McDonald's.
It's amazing. Eddie. You know what my boy used to say, man, the hardest workers make the least amount of money,
Right.
you know?
We have any questions?
Yeah, man. Let's see what we got. Yep. This is good stuff. Eddie, I gotta tell my viewers too, brother. I I'm like, dude, I enjoy hanging out with you. I like your business acumen, but if y'all could just tell Eddie, congratulations, the brother's getting married tomorrow.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Big
You
day.
work, you
Woo!
working, you working, and you getting married. I don't get it, man.
When you love what you do, it's really not work, man.
No
Especially
doubt.
all these years.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Getting married. Okay, let's see. Let's start this up. Troy. All right, all right. Thanks for coming, Troy. Pacific Girl. I'm looking to build on owned land. I'm looking to build on some land that I own. Should I go private? Hmm. What do you think, Eddie? I don't know. Is it owner occupant or is it Pacificer 36? Tell me, is the land that you're building on, is that going to be a flip or is something you're moving to something going to move into?
Yeah, that does make a difference.
I don't know. This thing's moving slow. Eddie, go ahead and break it down for him. If you give it to me, both of them, I guess.
Well, if she's gonna flip it, I'll bring in private money. I
Yeah,
mean, you could bring in private money for both of them, but I would say if you're gonna live in it, you're gonna have to see how long that private lender will be willing to let you hold that money tied up into their house, for how long they're gonna let you tie their money up if you plan on living in it, and what strategies do you have to get their money back? You're gonna refinance, well, you're gonna have to refinance. So
yeah,
refinance them out of it. So you
yeah. I
can
don't.
make sure your credit is good.
Yeah, there you go. I don't want her sitting on that money either, Eddie. I don't. I want to be able to.
Yeah,
I want them to be able to liquidate unless they're going to refinance it.
yeah. I would say yeah. Because
Yeah,
they want their return back, and you keep them happy, you keep their money coming back. They stay happy. They tell friends and more friends, and the next thing you know, you got so much money you don't know what to do with it.
you're right. You're definitely right. It's more money than deals. So Pacificer, we're going to say Pacificer, Pacific set. I don't know. Pacificer. We're gonna say if you're flipping it, go private. If you're gonna live in it, I don't. We don't know about that. I don't even. Yeah, I don't even. I'm gonna pass on answering that one. I just got lucky to catch this live. Oh, you're there. Money return. That's true. Right now, I have to stick to wholesaling and assigning contracts. Like I said, don't think of the strategies if you don't doing it. Still a lot to learn. Okay, Troy. For now, I have to stay on your lane. Okay, all right. Now, what else we got? Okay, I guess that's it for questions, Eddie. I didn't see any other questions popped up. Private money is a new for me. I remember when I heard about private money, Eddie. My brain, it was just it took a minute to sink in. I'm like, you telling me I can use an ordinary person to finance my real estate deals?
It, it's crazy, man. Because soon as soon as they get that return back, it's on. They're so happy.
Hmm.
They're gonna that word of mouth get out there. It's
Yeah.
on. Now, I know another good place too, guys. If y'all look for private money, I would say go to the IRA meetings because you already have a lot of investors there. That's
Yep.
already, they know about real estate, so it's not a hard sell. They're already familiar with real estate, familiar with the transactions, and a lot of them, they may just be regular rehab guys that got a pile of money just sitting on the side that they need to move. So
That's
you
right.
find your kind of money in those IRA meetings. I found a couple of private lenders out there.
That's right. Yep. And Equity Trust Company is my custodian. They do seminars around the country. You can just go there and meet people, Eddie.
Yeah, I think they're here too in Atlanta.
Yeah, they're all around. I
They're
can't think.
all over.
Hmm.
Yeah,
They have now the self-directed IRA thing is kind of opening up to different custodians. Back in the day, that was the only one that I knew about.
yeah.
But the key for me to getting this thing put together, you got to have a presentation. You got to have. Let me ask you: do you have a presentation or a prospectus that you use, Eddie?
Yeah, I just show them the numbers, show them the breakdown, how the deal go, the numbers, show them how safe their return is.
Okay,
If thing happens, how they'll be able to, get their money back.
gotcha. All right. Well, let me show you this. We're gonna get out of here so you can go get married, brother. I've got my prospectus. I'm gonna give you a quick shot of mine, and we'll answer some questions on that because I like to give them some value for the time they're hanging out with us. Go to the
Right.
screen share again. Let's share that. Present to everyone. All right, guys. So I have a prospectus that I use when I'm meeting with people. If they don't know what a prospectus is, I just say I've got a presentation that I use. And sometimes I'm presenting to more than one person. Is it full screen? Yeah, here we go. So I've got a slideshow that I show people. And can you see that, Eddie?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So welcome to my presentation, Ms. Smith, where we offer what is today private lending, what is private mortgage lending, and WIIFM. Everybody loves WIIFM. Hey guys, give me 10 more minutes and we're gone. All right. WIIFM, that's everybody's favorite radio station, right? What's in it for me? Lele. Can y'all give me 10 minutes and I'll be out of here? Go. Yeah. I'm out of town going to see Beyonce tomorrow, so we're out of town. All right.
Yeah,
So,
I got we registered for that on in August down here in Atlanta.
man, these people, they got to be making $1 million a day, Eddie.
Oh my God, man. You know they are. You know they are.
One second. So, what do we offer? A safe alternative to the stock market, Eddie? And I just show them different stock markets things. But this is what I downloaded from Bank of America. Their CDs are paying 1%.
Ooh, oh my God, man.
Mm.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't that something?
They come out better buying a rental property and just renting it out. Buy one all cash and renting it out every month. Just to sit and let your money just sit in the bank for 1% interest. That's ridiculous, man.
And this is just something I downloaded the other day, dog. 1%.
Yeah, they're low.
A lot of people just want to return on their capital. I mean, return of capital. They're not even worried about what they're going to get. I'm going to go to this thing quick, man, because I'll get you guys out of here. This is my private lending prospectus. I say, Miss Smith, let's talk about how the bank makes money because everybody, I envy the bank. They always have the best locations in town. I don't know about where you live in Atlanta, but where I live, the banks have the best locations. They got the best buildings. They got granite, marble. You walk in, it's gorgeous, right?
Right.
I'm like, let's see how they make money. How do they do it? They take money in. How does the bank make money? They take in huge sums of money. I'm reading to you. I'm reading right here on my little thing. They take in huge sums of money in CDs from you. They pay you 1 to 3% per year, Mrs. Smith.
Wow.
Then they loan the money at a higher rate of interest to people to buy houses like me.
Right.
What's the bank's favorite loan? I think everybody can answer that. Real estate, right? All right, let's close this out. Miss Smith, all I'm asking us to do is let's cut off the middleman. You and me, we do business together. This is my little picture of the lender there. He's burning his money. A little overview of what we do. We buy and sell houses. In order to do that, in order for me to buy and sell houses, I borrow money directly from individuals, and we pay 7 to 9% using your money instead of the bank. We locate properties. We borrow money from you. We have a closing. You get a mortgage. Other documents. How our program works. Here's you, the private investor. You come to closing, you get 3 documents: deed of trust, a promissory note, and insurance. You are the bank. We purchase the property, we do a complete renovation on the property. You receive 7 to 9% when the property sells, right? We don't do monthly payments anymore. Oh yeah, Eddie, I like to do no payment loans.
Me
No,
too, man. I love those too.
no
That's my
payment
favorite.
loans. Oh my goodness. When I heard you could do no payment loans, I said, sign me up.
Sign me up 2 times.
No payment loans, dude. Like when you ask me, so weird. When you ask a conventional thinking person, does a no payment loan even exist? They may not even comprehend that.
Right.
Get back to my thing. So we do no payment loans. We go. Oops, sorry about that, guys. I had to bring you in on that one.
And then with hard money, guys, you have to make most of the hard money. You have to make payments every month.
Oh yeah, they want their money.
13 to 15% interest on that
That's right.
money per month. So
That's
keep that in
absolutely.
mind.
Yep.
That's why you can't. Me, Chris, I don't even advise my students to start off with a rehab from the beginning. I tell them start out with wholesaling.
Yeah.
Wholesale these options first, get you some cash in your pocket.
Hmm.
But you get in when you get those hard money loans, and especially if you don't buy right, you end up sitting on that property for a long time, or your contractor screw you around and don't do a good job on a rehab, and you got to try to get some more money to fix it up.
Throwing bad money, throwing good money and bad.
Don't start first. That's
Well, the
my
thing,
advice.
the thing with the contractors, man. I mean, it takes years. It did for me. I had to find a contractor that wouldn't screw me over.
Long time.
That'll be our next training, brother. How to find a good contractor, maybe.
Yeah, because I've had to run through so many. It's ridiculous.
Oh shit, yeah. We go through dozens of them, dozens of them. But that's in a nutshell. That's my prospectus, and we got some other slides to it. And matter of fact, I'll give all of our viewers my prospectus. I'll give you a slamming discount for the day for the next 48 hours while I'm in DC. If you want my private lending presentation, just shoot me an email, and we'll put the email down in the description of this video here. We'll give you I'll give it to you for $97 just for this weekend only.
Thank you, Chris, for the interview on the private money. Hope we
Yeah.
can help you guys out with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, let me
Check out.
see if any more questions came in, Eddie. Hold tight. Okay. Wow, a whole bunch came in. Uh, what's the best way to go about finding a real estate attorney to get contracts without sounding shady? Swole hero. Swole. Go ahead, Eddie. What's the best way to go finding real estate attorney to get contracts?
What type of contracts first?
Swole hero, what type of contracts? I guess you're talking about purchase and sale. We'll be on here for about 5 more minutes. Swole hero, let us know what contracts you're talking about. Well, let's say he wants a purchase and sale, Eddie.
I mean, he can Google that. Google and find that on the internet.
Gotcha. Or we can give him. I don't
Oh,
mind giving
yeah,
him
I
a
would
copy.
say we could send him one.
Yeah, we'll put both of our emails in this, and we can give you a contract. That's the least we can do for you, brother
Yeah.
Swole hero. All right, think it, do it. I like that. It is. Is it a good idea to use private money to take over pre-foreclosed properties? Take them over. I'm going to say, yeah, take over the payments. Go ahead, Eddie.
Yes, if you're gonna, it depends. Are you gonna use the money to make up the back payments? Of course, if you are, then you got to think about how much you're gonna pay your private lender back on that.
Okay.
And you need to make sure also it's equity in the deal before you take over, make up those back payments. You
Yeah.
don't want the people be upside down and you make up the back payments, then you're stuck.
Mm, good point. Then they don't have enough. There's not enough equity there to pay your lender back.
Right. So make sure you have some equity. But I
Mm,
think that'll be a pretty good deal,
yeah.
especially when you're taking over subject to.
Oh yeah. Subject to. We're gonna do a training on that too, bro. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get back to Swole Hero. He wants lease option wholesaling contracts. Basically, he looks for a purchase and sale contract is what I think he needed. We can get you
Right.
that. We can get you that. Congratulations, Eddie, on your wedding. From
Thank you.
Troy Williams. On a working day for his wedding. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, Swirl Hero is. Hey, Chris, is there any way you can email me the presentation? Sure. Okay, CJ Martin, I can get you that. I'm giving this for this presentation. I'm giving a discount, $97. Y'all can have the whole presentation. Hey, Daniel, what's up, buddy? A great idea for the next training. Yes, we're gonna do that.
That
Wholesale.
presentation worth it too, guys, because you have everything laid out right in front of you. So all you do is just sit down with your private lender and read it.
Oh, you daggone right. You gotta have that, man. I mean, you don't want to show up to some. Well, for me, I don't like talk is cheap, and even the spirit of real estate speaks through black ink on white paper. So
Right.
I like having that stuff right there. And the best thing about the presentation here, which I'll show you guys. I'm gonna show one more thing, Eddie. Then we gone, man. I got to show you this thing because some newbies might say, "Well, Chris, if I've got this presentation here, what am I going to? What if I've never done anything?" I got some breakdowns here for you, deals that we've done, how it works. Why do people choose to
Exactly.
work with us? Can you see that, Eddie?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Here's the reason that people choose to work with us because we've got before and after pictures of houses, before, after. I try to use the same colors too, Eddie. Red, yellow siding, red shutters. I kind of got away from it because we got so many going on, and then I was doing houses right next door to each other. Had to change the colors up.
Yeah,
But if you're a newbie, you don't have to. You don't have to. I call. You don't have to. I don't want to say lie. You don't have to speak something false. You can say, "Listen, I haven't." You don't necessarily have to tell them that you haven't done a house, but you can show them these pictures. These are before and after pictures of what you will do. So if you're
right.
new, you can have these right in your presentation. You got to have some credibility, right? So before and after, here's some more houses here. I mean, I got pages and pages and pages of houses that we can show people, but I only put about 16 in here, I believe. So when you sit down with people, we offer open floor plans and see we got different houses. I mean, it just, yeah. So you can that's why the presentation is so important when you sit down. You say, "Listen, Smith, the good thing I really think that people love momentum, Eddie.
Right.
Like I want to do this whether you're on board or not. You know?
Right.
So when people see that, it's almost like it's like it's just like the pretty girl, man. They want to be they want to be romanced. Like I'm gonna find somebody. I'm gonna find me. I'm gonna find a wife out here somewhere. We're gonna see how I'm gonna find somebody that's gonna work with. Does it work for you? No. Okay, we'll move on.
Yeah, that presentation got very value. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that's like you trying to go to a gunfight with a knife. You got to come with some power. You got that presentation. You have all that information. Bring them a copy. You got a copy. Let them
Yep.
have a copy and look at it. It's pretty much a no-brainer after that. After
That's
that,
right. Let me read one more thing. We're gone. Jared Black, good info. Hey, Jared, what's up, brother? Wholesale Lease Option. Would you recommend printing this presentation out or just doing this on a? Oh no, yeah, you better print it out. I always get it. I have it binded in a binder, so when I meet them, I'm flipping through it, and at the end, I give it to them too. And I have some referrals. I've only got an hour today, but I've got some referrals from other people that I loan money to right at the end of that presentation, and they can call these people up. Did you get referrals from your lenders too, Eddie?
yes, all the time.
They're gold.
Right. And some will check them, some won't. Just depends on the individual.
Mm-hmm. Let them check. My thing is
I tell
call them
you,
up.
I tell you what. Once they get their return back, and their interest, it's over with, guys.
You're theirs. Locked in.
They're gonna be calling. Hey man, what's going on? You don't want to use my money? They're like my lender call. Hey, I got 200 some $1,000. What's going on? So she think I could tell from her voice that she like, you must be using somebody else's money because you sure
Oh
haven't
no.
called me about.
Don't do that. You cheating on me.
Yeah.
I had a lady call me up mad.
They get a little
Chris,
possessive. They want that money, man. They want some make some more money, do some more shopping.
that's right. She want to know, Chris, how come you ain't calling me to use my money? What's going on? Why ain't you using my money? I'm
Yeah,
like, you right. Right. It's weird. I'm telling you, Eddie, man. I try to tell people, as long as you believe that there's more money out there, that more people want to lend you than you want to borrow it. That more people want to lend to you than you want to borrow it. As long as you have that posture when you meet people,
yeah,
they'll throw it at you. Is that how you go in there?
yeah. And it's all about belief and your confidence. You don't want to go in there and come out. Can I please borrow just 40,000 for this deal, please? You gotta go in with confidence. This deal's gonna take 40,000 to get it done. You're gonna get paid this, your money back by this. Take a look at what we got here. Explain to them the breakdown of the presentation that you have. Slam dunk.
Good for you. That's you
And
smiling. You
she has
preach.
confidence.
Hmm.
Confidence, man.
Confidence wins, man. Even with the pretty girl, confidence
Oh
wins.
yeah.
Talk about
They
this.
know. They know.
All right, let it. Hey, Chris, thanks for what you do. Can you send me a presentation? Sure, I'll put it in the link below. Daniel, also, could you show the potential real estate agents? Could you show this to potential real estate agents? What do you think about that, Eddie? I don't know. If
If they got some capital, I mean, yeah.
yeah, I just show people they got money. I mean, we don't
Yeah,
got
if
no
they got
money, man.
capital, I mean, you don't want to waste your time and theirs.
Yeah.
I'll make sure they have some capital to invest first.
hmm Aaron, hey Aaron, I just wanted to. Could you both? Hello. When doing lease options, how much equity should a homeowner have, or what do you guys suggest? What lease options? That was last week.
What
We talking about raising money, Aaron. I guess go ahead. You hit that one, Eddie.
do you
You
say
talking
about
about
that?
that.
What's the question?
When doing a lease option, how much equity should a homeowner have, or yeah, what do you suggest? How much equity should a homeowner have when doing a lease option? Go ahead.
Well, you want to be able to. It depends on because if they don't have any equity, you could structure the agreement to be like the fee that you get paid. You can structure to be an option fee,
Yeah.
or you can hire the purchase price. So just say if they don't have any, because some people, some of the sellers, how can I put this? Like some of the sellers, you can say you know I'm gonna charge my end by an option fee, but some are okay if you say, well, I'm gonna jack up the purchase price to cover my fee. So just say they owe 200,000, you may want to jack it up. You feel that you can get about 10,000 out of the deal, so you may want to market it for sale for 210 instead of 200, and then subtract your option fee out of that. So it really don't have to have no equity. You just don't want nothing just all the way upside down. If it's 200,000, the house worth 200,000, at least make sure the guy don't owe no more than 200,000.
Yeah, you
You
want to
know,
keep it kind of equal. You know what, Eddie? I found, man, the the upside down ones, man, they give them away.
yeah, they do. Now we will take some of the upside downs, but I would say that for people who been in the game for a while, because you need to
Yeah, expert.
do a longer lease. You need to
There's
do a longer lease and make it where they can't buy before then. Like you got to wait 5 years before you could purchase it. But that way, hopefully, the market will catch up with the house.
yeah. Are you when you sell those? Do you have a? I remember. Are you say for instance they owe 200 and it's only worth 150, Eddie? Would you put a lower sales price with a prepayment penalty of paying it off earlier because no one would even look at it if you market it for 200, 210? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're trying to sell a house that's worth 150 on a lease option for two to a tenant buyer, it's so much of a spread that they may not even want to look at it.
Yeah, that's hot. But you saying it's only worth 150?
Say it's only worth 150 and they're going around there for 150. I'm just
They
trying.
upside down. They upside down for like 200,000.
50,000, yeah, upside down, 50. Do you ever do prepayment
Yeah,
penalties to prohibit people from exercising
for
their
buying.
option? Yeah,
No, I don't. But one with a big, if it's over leveraged that high, I probably wouldn't even get involved.
you
Like
would.
I could deal with if it's like 10,000 or 15, something like that, maybe 20 max.
Okay,
But
okay,
a couple of years it'll catch up
yeah,
with that 20,000. Let's say it depends on how much that you now the person will have to see how much in that area, how much is the increase per year.
hmm
You can kind of do it off that. Well, this market will only increase 5,000 a year. But then you
gotcha.
can kind of say, well, in 4 years you can buy it, or 5 years you can buy it.
Just stretch it out.
Just like 50,000, shit, that's gonna be about 10 years or something like that. If the buyer want to, but me personally, I wouldn't take on one that big. I would try to, direct them mostly toward the short sale.
Well, you know what? What's happening, I'm saying, Eddie, is say I've got a big discrepancy in the value of what they owe, but they got these loans at like 2%. So the payments are so low, and I was able to pass on these monthly payments. But when I
Yeah.
had the price, I tried to sell them at 200. No one wanted to look at it. So it was almost I was,
Mm.
kind of wanting to
Yeah.
just shift buyers around. So
Yeah, you probably will have to kind of drop that price a little bit.
it's challenging to get. But the
Yeah,
trick is
I haven't had that scenario before where it's so over leveraged like that.
we got a lot of that in Hampton Roads because of the military.
But that advertising, it just depends too how you advertise it. Because you put that no credit check, bad credit, okay.
Oh man,
Those catchy words like that, you're gonna have a lot of calls.
yeah.
It may take you longer to sell because of the value,
Hmm.
but people see that they can get in that house pretty easily. You still should be able to find a buyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got, brother Eddie. Man, go get married, brother.
Okay, thanks a lot, Chris. You guys be blessed. See you on the next one.
Subscribe to our channel below. Like the content. Please suggest any videos or training that you want to do. I think Eddie, what did we say we do the next one? What did we say?
Subject two, I think.
Yeah, we do subject two. That's a crucial, man. That's a banger.
One of my favorites. Yeah.
Best way to buy. Okay,
Tell you
guys.
the truth.
Go.
I'll tell you the truth, Chris. Every property that I've lived in myself is subject to. I probably, in my own name, I bought probably one property in my name. That was back in 2008. So that's all I buy, subject to, and even for my personal, because you can go get $1 million property, somebody behind $10,000 or $15,000, you catch her the back payments, get them some money. You in a $500,000 house you didn't have to qualify for. Shoot,
I love it.
American dream come true.
We're talking candidly here, but yes. But I think the first step that our viewers have to, the first hurdle, and what I've tried to focus on is getting them to believe, Eddie. You got to believe first.
Yeah, gotta believe.
Because without
All
believing,
starts upstairs.
yeah, you got to believe. All right. I'm out of here, man. We're going to this
All right.
Beyonce concert tomorrow, dog. So you get married, I'll be at the show.
Okay. Have fun.
God bless you. Okay. Bye, guys.